am lost. I don't have a phone or money.
She an undercover cop.
No, she ain't no cop. That's the bitch from the news.
I'm not a cop. I am bitch from the news.
I'm getting you out of this house. Come on, let's go.
Fine, but I'm wearing these sweatpants.
No, you're gonna wear something slutty like Denise.
I don't own anything slutty like Denise.
Why is it so loud in here?
Shot time!
I'm ready?
You want to get out of here?
Oh, absolutely. You stay here.
Are you stuck?
Yes, I am stuck.
I'm getting you home safe. Where do you live?
Where do you live? Do you trust me?
You have 4 new messages.
Megan, the network needs a new anchor. They're coming to watch the newscast tonight. This is the break you've been waiting your whole life for.
Oh, no, wait. My purse is in there. Keep walking. Thank God.
We have you on video soliciting those cars. We see you out here again, and you will go to jail.
You're not gonna help me?
Keep going.
Okay, I don't want to get in on your business.
Sneaking up on me is a bad idea. You better get lost.
What are you doing?
I'm getting lost.
Go get lost somewhere else.
Bitch, why are you so fast?
I ran track in high school.
Where's Megan?
I don't know. She just took off.
Time to get where I'm going. If I'm out with the clowns, or what's slowing me down.
The network is coming to see Megan today. If you were Megan Miles, where would you be?
Oh my God, there's a woman in a yellow dress trying to cross the freeway.
I could really use a friend right now. You just let me borrow your bike. Okay, you're an angel.
Show me your boobs and I'll let you borrow my bike.
You can't have your car without proof of ownership.
I have the key. Look, boop boop. See the boop? You can't block a boop boop with your hand. Boop boop.
It's anybody's guess if this movie is going to be good. It stars Elizabeth Banks, who has a very spotty track record, and it's from Sydney Kimmel Entertainment, which is equally spotty with their track record. So it's really up in the air. But I have to tell you, one thing that is certain about this film is that it's revolutionary. Yes, this small, cheap comedy that's come out of nowhere is a major revolution for women on film. It is so exciting, and I can't believe I haven't heard of this film up until now. It was not on my radar. Now it is front and center. I'm excited for it. I'm nervous for it, because as I said, I don't know if it's going to be able to deliver. But just the fact that it exists is a huge step forward for how women are portrayed in film. And allow me to explain. Now, Cate Blanchett, when she accepted her Golden Globe for Blue Jasmine this year, said, this was a great year of 2013 for women's roles. I've discussed it even on Beyond the Trailer, how there were very strong female roles in almost all the big top blockbuster films of the year. But most of them still had a situation where the women's character heavily revolved around romance and or family. I think World War Z was really the only exception there. But let's take an even better example that really hits this home, and that is the nominees for Best Actress. For the Oscar. You have Amy Adams for American Hustle. She is a grifter, but she uses sex and the lure of a romantic relationship to accomplish her scams. And she's not even in control. She's second in command to her boyfriend, who's married, and she's his mistress. And she's totally at the whim of these guys. And so she has to really use her sex appeal to survive. So that's one nomination. Then you have Cate Blanchett, who's basically having a nervous breakdown because her husband didn't come through in terms of supporting her emotionally or financially. And her only lifeline, she feels, is to marry another guy, and when that falls through, she just goes off the deep end. All right, then you also have Judi Dench. That's all about, how a guy took advantage of her when she was young, and she's trying to find her long-lost son, she's helpless, and she needs a guy, a male reporter, to come in here and help her. And then you have Sandra Bullock in Gravity. It's no secret I've had major problems with that film, but Sandra Bullock, despite, she was a female astronaut, all of her the emotional core of the story there was the sadness of her son's death. And also that she wasn't a very strong female astronaut. And the only reason she succeeds is because George Clooney, even though it's a hallucination, this guy comes in and tells her how to save herself. And she credits him. She's not like, oh, thank goodness I had that hallucination. I'm glad George Clooney showed up and told me how to drive this car. Because women are horrible drivers. Okay, and then you have Meryl Streep in August Osage County, where she's a mom, and the whole movie is about how she's pushing away her kids and her relationship with her husband. So you have a situation still where, well, there are still very well realized roles. And I'm not saying these roles aren't a step forward. They are. And these important movies have led to this next step with Walk of Shame. And I hope that I hope Walk of the Shame is the beginning of a new evolution of women in film. But even also films I wanted to point out, like Hunger Games, the highest grossing domestic film of the year, but still, Katniss, why does Katniss do what she wants to do? It's not for the revolution, even though that ends up being what happens, but it's to protect her family, and her main concern is protecting Peeta. And she's, another plot point is being torn between Gale and Peeta. And then also even Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids was a very revolutionary film, definitely paved the way for this Walk of Shame film, but still, Kristen Wiig feeling bad, she's not married, and, she gets pulled over for bad driving, and she falls in love with the officer who does so. I loved it that the officers, Elizabeth Banks might be trying to look sexy from her date, but they don't care. And she doesn't try and use sex appeal to get anywhere. The officers aren't, they're not even interested in her as a hooker, and they literally leave her there. I think that's fantastic. I just think this is really exciting, and I hope that people go out, and at least female moviegoers, and I hope it's fun for everyone, though, because that's the only way these movies are going to succeed. But I'm definitely going to see this movie no matter what and support it. And I wouldn't even have known if the trailer if one of you hadn't pointed out. Actually, it was a male viewer on Twitter, so thank you. And I think this is just very exciting, and it shows that progress is starting to happen, and it happens sometimes as a surprise. Because this, as I said, totally was not aware of this film. And good for Elizabeth Banks. She looks like she's doing a really good job here. I think she looks great in the role. I think, you don't have to, I think there's often been this situation where it's like women, if they're considered, traditionally attractive, they have to play these romantic kind of roles. But, I think she looks fantastic. But I think it's really important. She looks great, but then she forgets about it. And she just commits to the comedy. And I think that's fantastic. So I think kudos to her, kudos to the whole team behind the film. It's actually a guy who's worked a lot with Adam Sandler. He written and directed it. I believe Stephen Brill. Again, not a great track record, so I'm nervous about the end result, but I'm definitely going to be there. So I'm curious, how do you guys feel? Other female viewers, are you as excited about this as I am? Male viewers, does this look like something you want to see, or is this only like a women's rights kind of movie? Write your thoughts down below, and you can check out some more episodes right now.